Welcome to Today of All Days, Episode 10.
Feel the zen. Today is Wednesday, May 31st, 2017. Today we are starting with Speak in Complete Sentences Day. And what a glorious day it is indeed. Do you know why it's so glorious?
Why is that, Maria?
For the following reasons. This day and age, there are far too many abbreviations running around. LOL, ASAP,
OMG,
totes for sure, with the number 4.
fam,
The list goes on.
dab, that's just life.
Hashtag dablife. All of those reasons aside, the more important factors are the very messages that we are all trying to convey.
And why not convey them in the best way that we can? Sometimes you can't fully capture the OMG with an OMG.
Nor can you capture the essence of joy that is laughter with an LOL. So, on this day, today of all days, we are going to challenge ourselves, and we invite you to challenge yourselves as well to speak in complete sentences. They don't have to be very long sentences. They don't even have to be complex sentences. They can be short, sweet, and to the point.
But complete nonetheless.
Exactly. So, with that in mind, we will move forward to
World No Tobacco Day. I was surprised to find out that this was even a day. I personally used to smoke, and I'm happy to say that I don't anymore. I smoked for about probably around 6 years. And so to quit smoking and to kick the habit was a big pain. And I come to find out it was mostly in my head. It was just a physical addiction that you have. We were looking at some statistics today, and it was shocking to find out some of them. About 1.69 billion pounds of cigarette butts end up as toxic trash every year. That's a lot of butts.
That's too many butts.
That's so many butts. And that makes cigarettes the most littered item on Earth. Whenever I smoked, I would get out the ash, and then I would try to throw it into an ashtray. But, you're driving down the road, you flick them out the road, so.
And that's not even taking into account how many of those butts could potentially be starting wildfires out there.
Only you can prevent forest fires. More than 20 million Americans died because of smoking since 1964, including approximately 2.5 million deaths due to exposure to secondhand smoke. So those aren't even people that were actually smoking. That could be a kid that was in the house of somebody that was smoking. I would reckon that being in a room with people that are actively smoking is probably the biggest way that you could be at risk for getting a chance of any kind of disease or cancer or anything like that. Come to find out, cigarettes contain over 5,000 chemicals. That's a lot of chemicals.
And that brings us to
Today in History. In 1859, the Great Clock housing Big Ben starts keeping time. So it ticked its first tock, if you will.
Big Ben today is a name for both the clock itself and the clock tower. However, the clock tower was originally called the Clock Tower.
Really?
Understandably so. In 2012, the clock tower itself was officially renamed to Elizabeth Tower in order to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of Elizabeth II.
Oh, that's so nice.
And do you know why they call Big Ben the 96-meter Great Timekeeper?
Why is that?
Because it's 96 meters tall, and for us here in the States, it's 315 feet tall.
Because we have to be on a completely different measurement system, America. We have to do that, don't we? We can't just use meters. If we go into a lab, they're not like, hey, give me an ounce of acid, or give me... Can I have like half a pound of acetaminophen? Nobody ever says that, America. Milligrams. Because it's an accurate measurement system. I like to see any American go into their kitchen and measure out so many grams of flour for a recipe. It's also more accurate. What is this? Why would you even do that? Why, like, what? Are we really that different? We're so different? Like, we wanted to get away from Europe so bad, It was like, no, the queen and her religions and her measuring systems.
Obviously, it is a hot issue, and who knows, maybe one day it will have an episode of its own. But for today, we move on to National Meditation Day. While meditation does have its roots in Eastern traditions like Tai Chi, yoga, Kung Fu, meditation can be as simple as taking a moment out of the day to collect your thoughts, even put on some music, and a lot of people do that already when they need to de-stress. In today's fast-paced society, it is getting increasingly important for us all to take time away from the things that have been soaking up so much of our attention lately. It's not just work, family, all the extracurricular and recreational activities we do, going to the gym every day, keeping ourselves on such a tight regimen. We have forgotten that taking 5 minutes solely for ourselves, that's what meditation is. Just to filter out the white noise that has become our everyday life. And something that I have learned from practicing martial arts is that meditation really can help in so many areas of life that you wouldn't even think of.
I would almost consider it like getting back to who you are and allowing you to have time for yourself, and more so recentering on what's important. Nothing else really matters, and I feel like you get caught up in everything always. If you're at work, you have to work your best, and if you're out in public, you have to look your best, and you have to act your best, and you have to always put on everything to make sure that you're presentable and you're proper to other people. Whenever you do take that time just to kind of sit back, relax, and just be to yourself, you don't have to have a facade. You're doing nothing but sitting there and just being. And I feel like that is important. And it's also been proven meditation can help you overcome anxiety, depression, anger, and confusion. It's also proven that it can improve your sex life and increase your libido. So, hey, there's that. It can also boost your creativity. If that's painting or if that's music, you have a deeper place to write from or to paint from.
And not to mention the fact that meditation can increase the size of your brain.
And with that, we move on to the last holiday of today, which is What You Think Upon Grows Day. Whatever you put at the forefront of your mind is going to be the center of your focus for that day. Sometimes that can carry on into months and even years. If you're afraid of doing something, and you only focus on the fact that you're afraid to do that thing, the fear of doing it will do nothing but grow. So if you focus on the positive things, and you focus on good relationships with good friends, then those good relationships are going to bloom into even better relationships. Also, when it comes to ideas that you may have, if you keep those ideas or innovation on the front of your mind, you're more likely to end up having more innovation come from that place.
Instead of focusing part of our everyday in building upon the sadness or building upon the fear and the anger, to take that energy that you are putting into them and to try to recycle it and put it into something that could be more productive. Whether it's, a new hobby, even if it's putting an extra oomph into your work every day. Doing those types of little things are sometimes the best way to put your focus into growth of yourself. And those types of actions are what You Think Upon Grows Day are all about. And with that, we bring our holiday celebration with you to a close.
So, I hope that everybody has a peaceful day, a recentering day, and if you do use tobacco, I hope that maybe you can put it down for a day. Who knows, it might extend into 2 days or 3 days. You never know. But it all starts with today.
Today of all days is a day for growth, so don't be afraid to take a small baby step.
And with that, we wish you guys a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.